session. We have 3 amazing speakers. I'm not going to do an introduction because these are all heavyweights, and you can do some Googling, and it would take me the whole session to describe what they've done. But they're very interesting designers, and enjoy. Oh, I should name you. Silka, see, I can't pronounce Silka's name. Miesnieks. Silka. Ben Savini and Mark Billinghurst. Enjoy.
Hi, everyone. We're seeding a new reality. We don't really understand the world we're building, and whatever we're building, it's not neutral. It influences you, me, our cultures, and other cultures. AR has grown up in a geeky culture, and we don't think about the new reality we're building as much as we should. Maybe we don't even think about it at all. I want to think about seeding a new reality in the next 15 minutes with you all. And I want to think about it from the end user's perspective, because that's my job at Dekko. To get there, at Dekko, we often joke about hitting huge technical challenges over and over again, like this one. And we joke, how hard can it be? But we realise it can be really hard. I think about building a reusable experience. To think about building a reusable experience, we first have to understand the user's needs. We can't understand the needs if we don't study the person. Their daily frustrations, excitements, emotional triggers, their experience in their environment, and how they share with their friends and family. So why go to the trouble of learning about the end user? How will that help us build meaningful experiences and build a successful new reality? Well, a place that I like to start intuitively is with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And Maslow, in the 1940s, laid this out simply. First, our physical needs need to be met, like food and shelter. Then our desire for financial security, law and order, and health can be met. Next, we need love, acceptance, belonging to build our self-esteem. Lastly, when we have all these fulfilled, we become more than what we are. We become close to heaven at this point. We have peace, fulfillment, realisation of potential. We have those peak experiences. I'm sure we've all experienced that at times. Now, if we translate Maslow's hierarchy of needs into designing for the AR experience, first, our products don't cut it until they're functional, reliable, and usable. And this is where we struggle at times in AR, to just get to this point. Then our designs can empower people to do more and do it better. Proficiency. For example, searching for music on Spotify is a functional requirement. Being able to build a playlist, share songs, gives us a proficiency that makes us want to use Spotify again and again. But the ultimate goal to seed a new reality is to win a loyal fan base. And to be successful is not only by fulfilling people's creative needs, making them achieve more than they expect of themselves, to have meaning and purpose. Apple won a loyal fan base by making people feel creative. Minecraft won players by giving them the ability to create for themselves. Sports training apps like Nike socially pushes us to better our health. AR is an awesome tool that helps us be creative. At Dekko, we decided to explore how the users need to express creativity by bringing toys to life in AR. People already believe that toys have an aspect of being alive. When I was a girl, I used to play with my little white fluffy toy dog and pray at night that it would come to life. And I'm sure we've all experienced this at some point and had those feelings. At Dekko, we try to design this experience with first a complex, by building a complex game. But we found that people wanted to play with toys, to let them be playful. Like Minecraft, people wanted to create their own experiences. It's taken a few iterations to begin to understand this, for us to begin to understand this. So to build a successful new reality, we need to fulfill our creative needs. But why is AR particularly good at this? Well, it becomes easy to understand when we think about designing for the emotional journey of our lives. Games and films take us on a well-constructed emotional journey. Gamers' emotions are controlled, they're tweaked, and they're tracked. Games have the ability to motivate us, even change the way that we behave and ultimately think. As a user experience designer, we unlock the emotional journey through ethnographic research. We study people's routines, their habits, their desires, their values, their social networks, and then we link it. And then we see how these are affected by their location, their proximity to people and places and interests. For instance, if you're shopping and a friend who likes to shop is nearby, you're more likely to want to engage with them. Proximity triggers emotion. Anselm, an inspiring colleague at Dekko, talks about how AI helps us see through walls. What we value is closest to us, and AR can help us see this value. Imagine being able to see accurately what is valuable to us in a 1-block radius. Current maps, social networks, local news don't give us this level of awareness. This is just one example where proximity is valuable to us and where where AR can expand our awareness. So games take us out of reality by smartly constructing our emotional journey, which is dynamically tweaked as we play. I look at AR as the opposite. It's the only technology that can bring us into reality, where, like games, we can understand the emotional journey, but instead of it being constructed, we can help users construct a meaningful, we can help them construct it themselves in a meaningful and creative way. Since Dekko is an AR platform, how do we design for an emotional journey? First, we have to eat our own dog food. We have to build prototypes. We test these with others over and over, iterating our learnings. Once we get these concepts nailed, we pull out pieces and make them into APIs, knowing that they can work in real life. Sometimes this means painstaking work into making one small aspect of the experience unintrusive transparent and seemingly irrelevant to us, to the user. For example, at Dekko, we have put a ton of work into removing the barriers that prevent people from using AR. For instance, we've removed the need for a marker. And then we did a ton of work adding scale into it. At other times, it's designing an API that can be used, say, in a game. And it needs to have a particular attitude or behaviour. We've just got started, but we feel we know where we need to go. What is the state of augmented reality user experience? And where should we be setting our goals? It's easiest to design to a client's marketing brief. We don't have to think. And it's a necessary evil at times. I do really understand this. But it's been great to see some companies passing games into reality and other companies starting to take on incredibly difficult problems, like solving the digital adaptation of existing analogue behaviours, or attempting to shape our attitudes in the environment around us. It's when we try to understand the user's needs, their emotional journeys, and the relevance of AR, that we start to create a new reality that we're proud of. That's it. Thank you. Okay. We started thinking about how to make it easy to build an experience without changing people's behaviours. So AR is difficult enough to understand the concept of something there in a 3D world. So we decided to design experiences that were just in the immediate environment. And we thought of games first because that's something that is a good audience to work with to take on those sort of challenges. And most people play games sitting down, so we thought we'd first design experiences just in your immediate environment, just in an arm's breadth. And that's where we've been focused our technology on initially. So things that work in that sort of environment is where we've been thinking about building prototypes. And we've been working with a few artists and one from who works for Kid Robot. Don't know if you know that store, really cool, funky toys. And we built a game around this character. And we've tested it with users to try to understand the emotional impact along the way. And we've been iterating on that. And like I said, we found that people want to play just with toys. I could expand, but I'm...
Okay, no. But I think that's kind of interesting because I think, particularly with the, I'm interested in actually moving that into the physical a bit because we were having a discussion yesterday that
Yes.
Robots are kind of taken over at the high end in terms of like industrial robots and the kind of anything with a lot of firepower. But actually, robots as toys is a pretty kind of interesting, unexplored area. And I think that's, I really like that connection. I think that's something I think about a lot. But I wonder if you're going to move into the physical, but I can't ask you that now because we have to move on. But
Sure.
I think that's the interesting thing.
There's a question there, Trish, if you want.
Oh, it's a question. Okay. Let's see. You have 2 minutes, yes.
That'll work. Hopefully quick. You related Maslow's hierarchy of needs to your own concept on how you might meet those needs. What's the source of that thinking? How did you come up with this meets, low-level need, middle need, higher need? But
It's talked a lot about in the user experience industry about comparing these two. And it's definitely not a Bible, but it's a guide to just knowing where we should set our goals. So it's easy to, when we start building, to get involved in just achieving the immediate problems. And I guess what was trying to say is we need to think about fulfilling the unexpected experiences. That's the ultimate goal. Fulfilling people's needs they don't know they have, that makes something, a difference to them.